What's going on, guys? Let me just double check that we are live, and we double check that it sent out my alerts. All right, the alerts got sent out. Awesome. Let me see that we're actually live. It sent out my alerts. Yep, we're good. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna wait a few minutes, let people get in here. If you guys are coming on YouTube, I apologize about no stream yesterday. I broke my stream basically, and then we had to fix it, so I was only streaming on Twitch yesterday. Hey, Digital, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a few days. Doing good, man. Had a hell of a day, man. Very, very green day. Could have been double as green. Closed a little early. That's typically what I do. But it was a very easy day. Not stressful at all. Followed the rules. Played the game. NASDAQ is nuking. Yeah, I see it down here. 230, 10, 233. 1 second, guys. I'm going to get somebody added to the Discord real quick. Hey, Josh, what's going on, man? Moneybag, good to see you on YouTube. You're hanging out in the Discord, too. Streaming on. Stop stream. Am I still streaming on Discord? It says I'm streaming on Discord. Okay, it must be a little bug. Alright, sorry guys. You caught INO? Yeah, dude, I caught INO too. I closed it at around 260, 270%, which is disgusting. And then it went up to a fucking 1,000%. You guys got lucky because I mentioned that on stream right before close. But we talked about it in Discord very early on. But yeah, I mentioned that on stream right as I picked it up. Gave you guys a little bone there, threw you a bone. If you guys were able to catch that on stream, it went up 1,000%. We got very lucky on INO. Not only did the daily look fantastic, the daily looked really good here. Closed above a pivot. Same strategy I've been using for the past couple of weeks. We buy it at close, we sell it at open. But not only that, overnight, we got really good news. They got a government contract for their vaccines. And it pumped it. I'll show you guys where I closed. So here was the morning session. We let it run as long as possible. I should have added on this dip. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't really think about it. I don't have that kind of mentality where I add on dips. That's more of a JMA thing. But I should have added on this dip. It was a very good dip. We had a couple guys in Discord actually buy that dip, I believe. And we saw that breakout. I let it break out a little bit. This was the pre-market high. We retested the pre-market high. Started to fail downward. I gave it a little bit more room to run. And then I closed it, I believe, I think it was on this candle or one of these candles here. Somewhere in this section here. We closed for about a 300% gain. And then it was a fantastic close. Started to roll over, and then it came down and retested this level that I had almost to the penny. This is where I should have re-entered. This is where my like looking back on the day, what I could have improved on. I could have added on the dip. That was one thing I could have improved on, and I could have re-entered. This was a perfect re-entry. Beautiful dragonfly. I called this out in Discord, the dragonfly here. But I didn't re-enter. It was a little too sketchy. I didn't want to give away my profits. We basically closed everything at this point. I was flat. We were coming into lunchtime. But then look at that thing go. Absolutely ripped. That bottom is $17. It ran to $22.50. It ran, I think, what, 50% today? Yeah, about 50%. That's on shares. You can only imagine what that is on contracts. But yeah, not only that, we traded Microsoft today. I took a trade last night for my end of day strategy. End of day buy, sold into the rise here. I let go of Microsoft pretty much at the top. So very, very good close on Microsoft. Once again, fantastic exit. I could have re-entered. We talked about this falling wedge here. I called out Microsoft. You had a bull div right here. One of my favorite strategies. That's why I definitely should have re-entered here. Falling wedge with a bull div. Beautiful re-entry there that I could have taken. So then it ran some more. And then Facebook was another one that we took. We took this on our main account. As well as Microsoft as well. We had same exact strategy, buy on the close. Nice little gap up. We sold basically at the high on Facebook. Well, it was the high when I sold. The same thing, great entry on Facebook, or sorry, great exit. I could have re-entered. So once you started to break that high, I could have re-entered on Facebook. So we could have traded everything that I traded today twice. And then it ran. And now we're back to where we are today at current price. So let me see. I went over INO, I went over Microsoft, Facebook. Those are all the trades that I took today. Markets are starting to pull back here a little bit. You can see that we're pulling back towards like a range low, 50-minute support, 50-minute distribution low. Same thing on NASDAQ, pulling back a little bit. NASDAQ absolutely blew up today. Massive all-time high. Yeah, money bag. To answer your question in Discord, yes. I'm not currently in, though. Hey, Kevin, what's going on, man? Kevin, you need to join me on the fucking options grind, dude. We are making money in Discord. I left a lot of money on the table today, and we still made a lot of money. Sold Apple at $5 today. Should have held for another hour or two and could have sold at 8-10. I feel you, man. I sold early on all my plays. I could have doubled my profit today, but I'm not mad about it. I followed my rules. We got in, we got out. There was basically no drawdown, no risk. Fantastic trading. I do that every day. We'll make money. What's that indicator? Which one, man? I got a ton of indicators on my chart. Did I miss any messages? Trading heavy, bro. Was too focused. Yeah, digital, no worries, man. The market's been crazy lately. How's eBay? I'll take a look at eBay. eBay looks really good. Yeah, really clean chart. Nice little cup. Weird thing is, this is strange. You don't normally see stuff like this. The OTS is turning gray while price is rising. So the volume's not very good. You had a lot of sell volume here. The one at the very bottom, this is the Momo. The DBT Momo. It's basically one of our first indicators we created. We created it about 2 years ago. If you're on my YouTube, if you go to my indicators, or if you just search DBT Momo, there's a bunch of, I've got like 2 or 3 videos going over how to use it. How's Nicola? I actually haven't looked at Nicola today. It still looks pretty good, still climbing. You're coming into a lot of resistance on the 4-hour and the daily. Caesar is coming into a lot of 4-hour resistance. 1 minute pulling back. NVTA, what's that? Take a look. The thing's running. Oh, you can't really trade stuff like this. Well, I mean, you can, but it's extremely risky. There's no, I don't have a setup for stuff like this. This is basically just a buy and pray. You would have to trade this on like a 1 minute. 1 minute, 5 minute looks really good actually. 5 minute looks ready to explode here. This thing might rip end of day. The 5 minutes getting ready to pop. But yeah, I don't have setups for stuff like that. That's basically just a low time frame. Play the trends. Netflix was climbing today. Netflix all-time high today, I'm pretty sure. Kevin said, only position I've left in my IRA is Amazon. About 6K just sitting there. Because with my luck, the second I buy something, the whole market will plummet. Yeah, dude, the market it's easy right now. It's fucking all-time highs every day, dude. Historically, from June to the election, it's almost nothing but up. But this year is not like all the other years, right? But historically, this time of year for an election year is very, very easy. But you're looking good on Amazon, man. Amazon's fucking ripping today. Amazon is absolutely ripping today. Coin said Google signs Peacock distribution deal with NBC. What the hell does that mean? They're going to be distributing Peacocks? INO broke out of the falling wedge 5 minute. I don't even want to look at INO anymore. Kevin, I took an INO trade. It's like a vaccine company. I closed it today for 300% profit. All I had to do was hold overnight. Basically did nothing. This thing ran to 1,000% in 1 day. That's the second 1,000% trade we've had in the past month that I've sold extremely early. We had a Microsoft trade run for close to 1,000. Yeah, I saw the Caesar ask is coming down. It's good. One second, guys. Let me do something in Discord. IVGO, what's that? IVGO. Is that an L? LVGO? This thing's running. I don't trade stuff like this, though. Way too high. It would have to consolidate to trend or pull back to trend. Looks really good, though. How about Baba? Alibaba. Breaking out of this channel. Had a very nice channel here. Starting to break out. Looks really good, actually. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. 4-hour pivot. So I wouldn't buy this here. I wouldn't buy it into a 4-hour pivot. Maybe buy it tomorrow. I say that, and then Caesar's doing the same thing. Caesar's failing a 4-hour pivot. The Caesar daily just looks so good. Yeah, so everybody in Discord, 4-hour pivot is right on Caesar. I've tried to front run 4-hour pivots like 3 times the past couple weeks. We've lost every trade. Four-hour pivots are very strong. But if we get filled at where I'm trying to get filled, it should be okay anyway. Is Space's run officially over? It shouldn't be. That news was very good on Space. You get a NASA deal, and it pumps for 1 candle? That's a little ridiculous. The problem is, even with that deal, they don't really... Like, where's their revenue? But same thing with, like, SpaceX. But SpaceX isn't public, so... It's funny, I'm sure a lot of people probably think this is SpaceX. This is not SpaceX, this is Virgin Galactic. APT about to disrespect 18. What's it doing? Is it pumping? Dude, APT is flying. That was a good call earlier, John. John called us out in Discord literally probably a minute or two before it started pumping. It just started taking off. Work, you guys asked about work earlier. Still looks okay. No real setup. There's no setup here that I like to trade. But it doesn't look bad. Nice little uptrend. Could be like a 4-hour ascending triangle. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, it could be a little setup that I like. A little bit of a ascending triangle here. I like Pen. Pen's a little extended, though. It is pulling back. Same thing with Pen. I don't really have a setup for this. There's no real setup to buy this. It would have to be like a lower time frame trade. You could, like, if you bought this candle, you would be expecting a continuation, but any kind of pullback would kill you if you trade too close. So if you took this, it would be more of a longer term trade, probably like a month or month plus out. What did you ask? Blackout. I don't see your question. Oh, you're talking about space? I said space is probably not over because the news was so good and it only ran for 1 day. But they don't really have any revenue. So even with good news, who knows how much they're gonna run. Look at D-Dog. What's D-Dog finally pulling back after like a year of pumping? Yeah, D-Dog's getting pretty ugly. But it was ugly on these. It's the same exact thing it did here, right? It had these little hammer candles, these little inverted hammer dojis. And it just kept running. The weekly is extremely extended. Like, this is the average line here, 67. It's at 90. So, I wouldn't be trading D-Dog. That's why I'm looking at trading, like, ZS. ZS isn't as extended. It's still pretty extended on the weekly. But on the daily, it's right on that support. The markets are a little scary here, though, to, actually, no, they're coming back. Let me take a look. I like this downtrend break on SPY. Not a whole lot of volume, though. Yeah, 1 hour is pretty ugly here. So buying the close here is not as easy as it was yesterday. Buying the close yesterday was pretty easy. I'll keep an eye on Nike, but I have no plans for Nike right now. Hey, turn up, what's going on, man? Have you looked at AMD? Yeah, I'm watching AMD very closely. AMD is one that I've got my eye on. My Caesar got filled on the small account as well. So we are filled on Caesar's small account. Now let's see if the 4-hour pivot is as strong as it looks. So little disclaimer, like I told you guys, Caesar. We're what, 2-0 on Caesar? Or one? Have we traded Caesar twice or once? I don't know, but the 4-hour pivots. I've front ran 3 4-hour pivots, and we lost all 3 of those trades. So, knock on wood. Let's see if we can break that streak. Let me update Discord, let you guys know that I got filled. Netflix just went down sharply. Let's take a look. Not too bad. Slight bull div coming in. ES pulling back a little bit. NASDAQ pulling back. I don't know if I want to load up on anything right now. I think Caesar might be it. I don't know if I want to load up overnight like I did yesterday. You're back into that channel. Take a look at the Fang. Fang pulling back pretty sharp. What time is it? 3:30? VIX is climbing. VIX might fill this gap. Yeah, VIX filling this gap would lead to us selling off tomorrow. Small pullback tomorrow. So I might not want to load up. And I'd hate to give away all my gains today when the market doesn't look too good. Here, I'm going to cycle through my watch list here. If I see anything I like, I'll pick it up, but I don't like much right now. The only thing that I like is the one that I discussed in Discord earlier today. Gold's not too bad. Baidu is not too bad. NVAX is not too bad. The problem is, almost all these charts that I'm cycling through look like they want to pull back. So the market looks like it wants to pull back. Yeah, I think we're going to hold off, man. I think I'm just going to hold Caesar. I think we're just going to hold Caesar. I don't see anything really too juicy here. I was going to pick up AMD, but AMD failed too hard. I don't like it anymore.
Dude, Nicola.
What's it?
What is going on?
What is it, running?
Dude. Go check it out.
Oh, God. The Robin Hood bros are back. Coming into a daily pivot, though. Oh, this big call sweeps coming in, Yang said. Yang said there's July 2nd 100s. That's fucking far out for July 2nd. July 2nd. That's 7 trading days. 7 trading days to pump 34%. That guy's batshit crazy, dude. Holy hell. What, did APT just pump again? Yeah, APT is looking good. I think I've had my fill of coronavirus plays lately, though. We got bottom filled on Caesar too. I'm looking at the option chart. It didn't have any volume below 14. We got a really good fill. Good call on that, Connor. Gambling sector, Penn, ERI, DraftKings, or do we see a pullback? I don't like DraftKings at all. Penn looks really good. ERI, I don't know what that is. Eldorado Resorts. This actually looks really good. This is the same setup as Caesar. This looks really good. I'm not going to play this because I'm playing Caesar. But yeah, this looks solid. The options on this are actually... They get a lot more volume than Caesar. I'm going to add this to the list. I like this chart a lot. We'll keep an eye on it. It's basically the same thing as like a Caesar play. Spotify, I'm not chasing charts like that. Where is Spotify? Yeah, that's horrible. Your final target would have been 246 and it ran all the way to 257. No way I would chase that. Maybe if it dips back down as this little buy zone here, around 221, 227. Apple did the same thing that I said a few hours ago. What did I say on Apple? Let me see. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Did basically exactly what we were talking about. You had that bull div come in, you had that small bull div popped up into the pivot, and then you fell downward. This would be the only buy scenario for Apple, and you missed it. Pop up, pull back above the pivot, and then you go higher. It couldn't do that. Popped up, failed the pivot. What is the Caesar trying to learn more about reading graphs? Same setup that I use all the time. Pivots. Pivot support. We're using the OTS pivots. Closes above the support. Send it. It'd be beautiful. It closed above this 4-hour pivot. Needs to go up by 4 cents. No, JMA's not up. He told me not to call him when it goes red.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm up.
There he is.
I'm up.
Ask and you shall receive. Yeah, you better decide what you're going to hold overnight or what you're going to close. Looking through my watch list, it looks like we're going to have a red day tomorrow, but it's been pretty fucking bullish, so who knows. Not looking at, like, the market itself, just looking at all my stocks, it looks like everything wants to pull back. I'm only going to hold Caesar overnight. Yeah, no problem, Llama. I'm not sure if you're in the Discord, Llama, but if you are, feel free to just ask questions in there. I can help you out.
Yep, I closed everything.
Oh, you're fully cash?
Yep, 100% cash.
Yeah, pivots aren't always resistance. They're just levels. They're levels of interest. They're like magnets. They draw price to them. They act as support. They act as resistance. Like how we saw this on SPY right here. That little blue line right there, that's a pivot. Price failed downward. Bounced off the pivot. Now we go higher. So using my pivot technique, you would have longed that close there. Which I think we did. We didn't long it on SPY, but we longed it on stocks. The ES and the NASDAQ look good. They could continue tomorrow. I do not like this bear div on NASDAQ. Very ugly bear div. The ES looks pretty good. Still no bullish strength, though. Looking at SPY and Qs, SPY is breaking this downtrend. Still no confirmation. There's no continuation, I should say. And the Qs, this is not a very good candle. So when you break into an all-time high, you want to see some more strength or at least a lot of volume. We don't have a lot of strength and we don't have a lot of volume. So this bear div might play out, and we're probably going to see a red day either tomorrow or sometime before Friday. So I'm going to be very careful moving on the rest of the week. I'll probably hold maybe 1 or 2 things overnight that I feel comfortable holding. Seeing what I just said about how the market might want to pull back tomorrow, and what I said about the 4-hour pivots, how I never win them, very likely we might lose this Caesar trade, but I really like the chart besides the 4 hours, so I think it's worth the risk. Besides that, I'm all cash. Hey, Keith, what's going on, man? How'd the session go today? Had things on, could be in the market today. It was really good, man. It was fantastic. It was the biggest day I've had all week. We're on our 6th green day in a row. On the small account. The main account did very well today. I traded Facebook and Microsoft on the main account. Yeah. I took a small loss on the main account on a small little news day trade on AZN. Lost that, but besides that, really good. That INO that I called out, or that somebody called out in Discord yesterday, and then I called it out on stream. It went up 1,000% today, Kitoy. I fucking sold it for close to 300. It went to 1,000. I need to start putting sticky notes on my wall above my monitor of all these 1,000% trades that I'm cutting at like 100 to 300. ZM, Zoom doesn't look too good overnight. The daily is very weak. Tweezer top. 4 hour, still just kind of continuing the uptrend. 1 hour below the pivot. Small little bear div. 50-minute complete rollover below the 50 moving average. 5 minutes starting a new downtrend. 1 minute continuing the downtrend. Not too good. Anything on M? Is that Macy's? Yeah, Macy's. Looks decent, but it's the same exact chart that we're seeing on a lot of hospitality businesses, retail, stuff like that. It's in a triangle with no real direction. A lot of these triangles are breaking out to the downside. Like this one isn't a very clean triangle. It's not as clean as the other ones. This one actually looks more bullish than most of the other ones. But retail, hospitality, cruise lines, airlines, they all have this same chart. And like I was talking about in Discord, these charts don't look good for the most part. They do not look good. I haven't seen like any of these triangle charts that have looked good. They all look like they're ready to fall off a cliff. This one doesn't look too bad. You have a little bit of support. You get a little buy signal coming in. But look at the volume. Nobody's buying here. Malarkey, to answer your question in Discord, it looks okay. But if we have a red day tomorrow, you're going to lose a lot of value. Let me clean my chart up on Facebook. It's getting really bad. Let me just redraw this trend line. And then let's pick up this trend line here. That's all we need. So if Facebook pulls back, as long as it stays above that upper trend, you're okay. Around like 240, 241. What about Den? What's Den? Denny's. Very nice 4 hour. Lots of volume on Denny's. Yeah, very nice daily too. This isn't bad. Same thing though. This looks like that's that triangle chart, right? This one's almost more like a falling wedge though. This one looks better. So out of all the triangle charts that I've seen, this is probably one of the best. This is probably one of the best, yeah. But it already had its reaction. That 10% climb. But this doesn't look too bad. No, I'm not buying anything into close. Not except for Caesar. I'm in Caesar, that's it. I'm not buying Facebook or any of that stuff. The market looks like it wants to go red tomorrow. The Qs is not, this is not a good close on Qs. If Qs close closer to the high, I'd be picking up a couple more things here, but I don't like these closes. SPY is closing red. It says it's green because it's taking into account the gap. You don't take into account the gap. SPY is closing red. So don't let that fool you. SPY is closing red. And Qs is closing with a very long top wick. So I'm not going tech heavy. The day to go tech heavy was yesterday when it was hitting an all-time high. Square doesn't look good either. Too extended. Looks ready for a pullback. I'm not playing any lottos. If you feel that's necessary. Maybe. I don't like puts on SPY here either. I think you will have a red day tomorrow, but I still don't like puts. Because you're breaking a downtrend. And you're not really at a resistance. There's not really a whole lot of resistance here. Like maybe the 4-hour tops on these candles. It's all about probability, right? I think there's a small probability that we will see a red day tomorrow. Not a good enough probability where I would load up on puts. Nothing stopping Nikola. Is it still going? Yeah, Nikola's climbing. Disgusting. Daily pivot, though. It could gap above the pivot, but it's running right into it. Yeah, the high is almost exactly the pivot. Yeah, delta's the same across the board. It's the percentage chance that you will expire in the money. With little variations, of course, like if you look into gamma and all the other things. But at the time that you are seeing that delta, that is the percentage chance that it will expire in the money. The beautiful thing about Caesar guys who took the trade with me in Discord, if we do fail this 4-hour pivot and it pulls back a little bit, I think we got such a good fill that it's not going to hurt us. We might get hurt a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. We'll see. Nice bounce on Apple. Yeah, there was a small bull div there, I believe. Yeah, small bull div. Very, very micro. Partially filled on AAL. You're taking puts. American Airlines. They just released another thing of debt. They're taking on more debt. Even compared to that last one we talked about. This thing's falling off a cliff. I talked about those $14 puts, it was last week. $14 was the target. Next target would be the $13 mark. You sold your 14s today? Nice. I got filled on Caesars a little while ago. I think like 30 minutes ago. I think Nikola will be a good long-term play, but you have to wait for the right R-to-R entry. It's too extended. Yeah, I don't like charts like that. I don't like playing the secondary pumps. Unless it's like a 1 minute. If that same exact chart was on a 1 minute, then maybe. Not on a daily. That's a 1 minute chart. That's like a penny stock bull flag. Is there any way to calculate the change in delta? Yeah, gamma. Gamma is the change in delta. Gamma tells you how much delta will change if price moves $1 per dollar. Everything, basically all the Greeks are based on per dollar moves, except for Vega. Vega is based on 1% change in implied volatility. I don't know what the other Greeks are. I've been studying a lot of the Greeks recently. The only ones that I've found viable are Delta and Theta. I don't really give a shit about Gamma or Vega. Delta and Theta are really important for trading what what me and Jay may do, doing the weeklies and the second weeks. Gamma and implied in Vega, they're not as important. It might USLT. I'm going to keep an eye on it for another day trade. I'm not going to buy it overnight, though. He'd be a madman. Because this thing could gap down overnight. Give you like a Harami. Gap down to like 19. You there, J-May?
Yeah, I'm here.
Somebody asked, why did you close your Netflix position?
I don't like the daily candle.
There you go. And I agree. Daily candle's really ugly. Pluto, just Caesar. The market is not in the type of condition that I want to hold things overnight. If you guys want a perfect example of the overnight strategy, yesterday and today, you don't get much better than that. The market was in a perfect situation. Yeah, that's really all I can say. The market was just perfect. If we see stuff like we saw yesterday, that's when we load up on things overnight. Very rarely are we going to get those back to back. No, I'm not taking American Airline puts. I know some people that are, but I'm not. I don't really care about airlines, guys. I don't really care about cruise lines. Like, if I'm trading airlines and cruise lines, I'm day trading them. I'm not taking weekly trades on these. These charts are horrendous. These are lottos. Like 100% these are lottos. This chart actually looks pretty good. Under Armour. I'm going to keep my eye on that. Looks pretty good. Visa's looking like a nice play soon. Visa. I know MasterCard was looking pretty good. Yeah, Visa had some buy signals yesterday. Nice little gap up today. How are the options on Visa? Let me take a look. They're not too bad. Yeah, I'll put it on the list, man. Not too bad. Thoughts on FL? FL. Foot Locker? I think Foot Locker has that same chart. Yeah, it's that triangle chart. Looks pretty good, though. Nice little hammer candle breaking that trend. It looks like Under Armour. Out of a lot of the different triangle charts that we keep looking at, this is one of the better ones. Appreciate it, Digital.
ES is dumping right now, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm not holding. I'm only holding Caesar. It's a risky bet. This is not the type of market you want to be loading up overnight. No, sir. We might go 0-4, guys, on a 4-hour pivot, but we're not going to say that. We're going to go green tomorrow is what we're going to say. Did I tell you guys next time I try to front run a 4-hour pivot to punch me in the face? Pretty sure I said that.
You did say that.
Yeah. So if we lose this Caesar trade, somebody needs to punch me in the face. These fucking charts keep getting me. Where it's like ascending triangle, right into the 4-hour pivot, and it just won't fucking break the 4-hour pivot. Somehow my small account is getting big. Do I feel you, man? My small account's up 50% already. Once we hit that like 1,500 to 2,000 mark on the challenge account, it's going to start growing really fast. We're in that zone where it's really hard to grow the accounts. I mean, it would be fucking easy if I went balls deep in INO and just held on to it. And like all these plays that I've been building this account with, if I just held on to them for a little bit longer, that account would be massive. We'd be over 5,000. We'd probably be closer to like 10. But that's hindsight, right? That's like best case scenario. You're up 2.6K on the small account today. Nice. Buy looking to fill the gap. Yeah. What do you have for Caesar? I have the. Are you in Discord actually? I guess I said it on stream. I have the 1250s. I threw you guys a bone yesterday. I'll throw you guys a bone today. I don't think it's a good play though. Like getting it right now, because now you're not above that 4-hour pivot. Yeah, gold doesn't look like a bad hold overnight, and gold isn't 100% correlated with the market, so you should be okay. Gold looks pretty good. Yeah, gold looks very good. Yeah, gold does not correlate. You correlate basically based on trend, not like 100%. You look at the gold futures, it becomes very obvious. You can look at a correlation coefficient as well. All right, how many minutes until close? 7 minutes. Let's fucking pump Caesar 3 pennies. Close above this 4-hour pivot. It's not exactly like that, Jack. That's like what people. That's what people want. Like that would be the beautiful thing about it. If it was like a perfect hedge for the market, it's not exactly like that though. Hey, Digital, have a good one, man. Damn, do you see the spread on Caesars? $11.50 and $11. You could market make those things if you got in low, got out high. Those spreads are disgusting. MGM should look pretty good. I think. Let me see. Oh no, MGM is one of these charts. It looks better. Not good though. That would be more of a bulldog, actually, Julian. That doesn't look terrible though. What is that? 50-minute? That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it'd be more of a bulldog. Yeah, I like Visa too. I'm not sure who called that out in Discord or in YouTube, but looks pretty good. Yeah, any of these charts, USLT, these fucking, I'm just gonna call them triangle charts. Any of these charts, not interested. Not interested at all. The only one that looked decent was the one that somebody called out earlier. I think it was Macy's. Come on, Caesar, 1 penny. You got 4 minutes. It's the same as this pivot. Here we go. 1 more penny and close. Or go up 5 pennies. Three and a half minutes. We're going in the right direction. I like it. Honestly, if it closed like 3 or 4 pennies higher, it would be beautiful. NASDAQ slowly climbing here. Let's actually turn NASDAQ back on here. Keep an eye on it. NASDAQ has a little downtrend. Strong volume at the end. What are you talking about? Zoom? Yeah, you got a nice little bounce there at the end. Still doesn't look too good, though. Yeah, daily's still just a doji, no volume. The 1 hour is better with that bounce. Still a lot of resistance on the 15. You see how you're like rolling over. It's putting in like a head and shoulders. Not too good. All right, Caesar. Don't tease me. These are 1243. Let's get like 3 more cents. People are bidding on Caesar. Yeah, a lot of contracts are filling on these.
You doing a day trade on that, or
No, I'm just trying to...
overnight hold?
Yeah, overnight. Hoping for the same thing that we did last time on Caesar. It's such a slow mover. Like I was saying, even if it goes down a little bit tomorrow, it shouldn't kill us. And I can get out for a small loss. But it looks pretty good here. Goes up a couple more cents and closes. 20 seconds. Let's pump it 1 or 2 more cents. 15 seconds. Here we go. 45. Let's get 46. 5 seconds.
ES and NQ are coming down hard.
All right, it closed 1 penny above that 4-hour pivot. That's enough, boys. It's gonna gap up hard tomorrow. That's all we needed. 1 penny over the pivot, boys. We're good. After hours is probably already ripping. Easy. 12:45 after hours. Inverse head and shoulders on NASDAQ and ES. More like NASDAQ, ES not so much. Alright guys, we're basically all cash. I got a little bit of a holding on Caesar on the small account, nothing on the main. We'll probably look for... I actually can't really day trade on the main tomorrow. I've only got 1 day trade left. We'll probably wait till close tomorrow for the main. Pick some stuff up. But I think I'm going to call it on stream, guys. My throat's pretty much shot. We were pretty excited today, so we were talking all day. It was a fun day in Discord. When I asked if you guys were green or red on the day this morning, every person said they were green. That is what we like to see, man. Fantastic day in the Discord. It was a fun time. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully 10 or 15 minutes before we open, at least, for the live trading. So if you guys are in the Discord, I'll see you guys in the morning. If you guys are not in the Discord, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, same time as always. Yeah, you guys have a good day, man. Stay safe. Peace out, guys.